I wonder, have you ever wanted to do something amazing, like sleeping with the lions or seeing the aurora borealis in person for the first time, but something's been getting in your way? That fear of the darkness? Well, I've got some good news for you. There is something you can do about that. Hi, my name's Shay, and I'm a student of psychology at the University of New England, and I'm here to walk you through how to treat nyctophobia with in vivo desensitization. Sounds tricky, but it's not. I'll walk you through the steps in this video. First up, what is nyctophobia? It's an extreme fear of darkness. And a fear turns to a phobia when it becomes excessive, irrational, and really impacts your everyday life. Now, that fear might feel different to a lot of people, but some of those feelings could be a tightness in your chest, feeling shaky or sweaty. It can even be difficulty breathing. It can be terrifying and debilitating. And it's fantastic that you are here to try and improve that in your life. I'm going to walk you through how in this video, and I'm also going to post some links below, which will help you to be able to read further in the background or to get some more tips and tricks that might help you. Now, I suggest you watch this video the whole way through and then come back and listen to each part bit by bit, stopping as you need to complete the activities. You might be wondering, why relaxation strategies? Why now? Let me tell you. The reason we do relaxation strategies first is because when dealing with fear, we're often going to experience arousal, that anxiety response in our bodies, the feeling nauseous, the shakiness, the tightness of that chest. Whatever those feelings or symptoms are to you, we want to make sure we have those under wraps. We want to know how to regulate ourselves. The way that we can do that is through relaxation strategies. One example of a relaxation strategy is paired muscle relaxation, and that involves going from head through to toe, or reverse if you like, in tensing up muscle groups before relaxing them, paired with a keyword such as relax. For example, you might take your hands and squeeze, 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 and then relax. And you do that by going through each muscle group, one after the other. If there's a little extra tightness somewhere, it's worth doing that bit again. But that's just one. There are so many relaxation strategies that you can use, and everybody's different. You need to find what works for you. So I'd really encourage you to look through the links or to go and Google yourself and find some different relaxation strategies. Try some out. Just find what works. Then practice, practice, practice. Now this won't take more than a minute or two. I just want you to have a really good think about your fear. I want you to write down what it is specifically about the darkness that terrifies you so much. Write that down, and then I want you to think about and write down what behavior or behaviors you've been using to manage that fear, because you've been doing something up until now. We're just about to have a better option. So pause the video and just write those things down for me. Well done. You are going to be sleeping with those lions in no time. So, in vivo desensitization. It sounds pretty tricky, but it's not. Basically, it's just a technique where you're going to expose yourself to some feared stimuli over and over to reduce or eliminate your phobia. Again, now it probably just sounds a bit scary, but don't worry, I'm here for you. We're going to walk our way through this. Step 1, we need to create a fear hierarchy. To do that, what you're going to do is brainstorm a list of, say, 10 to 20 ideas of scenarios or situations that cause you anxiety around this particular phobia, around your nyctophobia. Now, the harder part of this is actually going to be to rate them. What you're going to do is use SUDS, subjective units of distress, okay? And those SUDS are rated between 0 and 100. 0 is going to be when you are calm, completely peaceful, relaxed, zen. And up at 100 will be terrifying, debilitating fear. You can't function. Okay, so what you want is to record a range of these. 10 to 20, as I mentioned, is a good number to go with. Now, with these, I'd suggest writing them on post-it notes, simply for ease of being able to move them around when you need to, which is going to help with our next step. So you might write something like taking the bins out at night and rating that as, say, an 80 out of 100. Do that for your 10 to 20 activities, and then you're ready for the next step. You want to then put these activities in order from lowest up to highest. So from closest to 0 up to closest to 100. It's important to have this order with low, medium, and high, because you want to try and get a full range of steps, like a ladder, of those stimulus or stimuli that are going to cause that anxiety, but also build up. All right, now that you're all done, it's really time to get started. What we need to do now is pick the lowest step on that ladder. You're going to take it out, familiarize yourself with it, and then you are going to practice your relaxation. Whatever strategy you've chosen that works for you, paired muscle relaxation or something else, practice that until you are feeling really calm. Then your job is going to be to partake in that activity. Whatever that feared stimulus is, your job is to do it. Now, in that situation, you need to re-practice your relaxation strategies until you are feeling nice and calm. Now, all you need to do is continue practicing that over and over until you actually go to do that activity and you don't experience much, if any, anxiety, which will be a nice change, I'm sure. So once you've done that, you're ready to move on. Now, if you do get into a tricky situation where you're suddenly doing an activity and you feel completely overwhelmed, it's okay. Stop, take a step back. What's probably happened is we've just picked something a little too high. There's a bit of a gap between that activity and the last one you did. All you need to do is just have a think about something that would fit in between the level you just did and the one you just experienced that was a little bit too much for you. Continue on like that. Now, maintenance for this involves just exposing yourself to different kinds of darkness, whatever that fear was. And I say was because I'm sure you are already enjoying the dark right now. Whatever it was, just keep exposing yourself in different ways. And then you'll be sure to avoid having that fear, that avoidance come back, causing that fear to re-emerge. You are going to be enjoying those lights of the Aurora Borealis in no time. But remember, this does take time. You will need to be patient, be brave, exercise self-care. You're important and you can do this. You're already on your way. Well done.